trying to really figure out what is it going to take for men to really start appreciating women again. I don't know if it's because we done stepped into this city girl era and we're just stuck in it or what, but I just feel like a lot of the men are just they just don't really care too much about us. You know what I'm saying? They just not caring. Very much not caring. Just saying.
So I was randomly thinking that it's because men and women are starting to realize how important money actually is versus emotions. I feel like there's certain things that you could put up with if all your bills are being paid, or you're getting flew out, or you're getting taken places. But if that's not happening, then it's like, oh, I need a perfect person. If I'm going to have to struggle to pay bills with, I would need the absolute perfect person.
I don't think people are considering people in general.
Damn.
Sorry. I just think everyone's since COVID, it just seems like, I don't know, just people seem like they're just for themselves and they get offended easily and just very emotional, very just quick to react, not really processing things. Like I feel like that's just working customer service. I feel like that's just what I've been seeing. So to apply that to dating, I'm guessing, thankfully I don't have to worry about that no more. It could just be that it's really self-centered right now. It's very bloated. The ego is very bloated with everybody right now. So everything's taken extra personally. So like for her, I don't know her story, but I feel like, if she's the type of woman that goes on a date, he didn't open the door for her, that just could be like the ultimate offense,
Yeah, but
so why wouldn't he do that? Why? So it's like, I don't know.
But I also think at some point you have to teach people how you want to be loved.
Oh, always.
So if I was with a woman that I didn't have to open the door for, then I probably wouldn't think I'd have to open the door for you until you tell me,
I didn't have to tell you though.
Well, I liked you. So when you like somebody, you gotta do everything that you could think of romantically to make sure that you show up as that person that she needs to love. But if I'm not doing something right, I don't feel like you like jump down my throat about it. Or even at the beginning, you weren't like, oh, I need you to carry me through the threshold every day, or something wild like that. Like you didn't have any crazy expectations of me, which is why we naturally went together.
So people's expectations are high.
It's gotta be. I mean, you want to find somebody that you can treat, that treats you better than you treat yourself. And that's hard to do if you don't know how to treat yourself with care, if you don't have self-respect, if you don't have self-love.
But then there's some people that have too high of that, the whole high value, the trend, I don't want to say trend, but the whole thing about being high value now, a high value woman.
I think high value is just know your worth. Like if I feel...
But to a fault, it seems like a lot of times. It's almost like since that person thinks and knows what they bring to the table,
right,
they think whoever they come in contact with next in that intimate space should see that as well and like highly praise it and then act accordingly to that praise. Instead of it just being like, I'm not going to settle for less. I'm not going to allow you to treat me bad. That's fine. But some of these people, at least on like social media, the memeable clips of people online are very like, don't you see me? Like, see me? I'm this. Like, you should see that already. And they just be like, over. And it's like, no, actually, you have to work to show yourself. And just like they have to work to show themselves. And then you hopefully mesh. But it's not just I saw you and knew. And then I treated you like a queen kissing your feet. No,
I mean, I think at that point, that breaks down the communication. I think if I'm communicating that I'm a high value person, then you'll see me as a high value person. Now, being arrogant, being rude, that might just be a part of their standards of being a high value person. But I think that and the average person that thinks that they, or deserve love or deserve happiness or deserve whatever, they'll make sure they voice their opinion that this is what I'm expecting from you in a way that you can receive it without questioning your own, like, oh, she's trying to demasculate me because she wants me to be, more open with my emotions. Like, instead of getting to that degree of self-loathing, you actually accept what she's trying to tell you. But, like I said, that depends on who you're talking to. Because I think when
Yeah.
you actually like somebody from the jump, just off of energy, vibe, or just, natural connection, you are a lot more, you allow a lot more grace in the relationship because like, oh, I know you're not doing this on purpose. Like, I know this is an accident. I know you didn't know that I don't like when people do stuff like this.
Yeah, if I tell you once that it hurt my feelings or hurt me, then if the person cares enough about you, they'll easily respond. It'll only take maybe either one more slip up or no more slip ups at all after that,
Facts.
if they care.
All right. So, I mean, men haven't stopped caring. You just have to be a reason for them to care.
Oh. No.
Anyway.
I think if you're just around people who don't like you, unfortunately, in our society, as you were saying, if I don't like you, I'm not going to care for you.
Correct.
Which isn't fair. You should treat people like you would want to be treated as just another human being. But that's not what people do, and they feel like their time is very valuable.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's something about you I don't like, I got the ick or whatever it is, I'm not going to overextend myself. I'm not going to do the extension of caring. So maybe, unfortunately, she's just finding herself around, found around men who just don't care for her. And that's not because there's something wrong with her. She's just not their cup of tea and vice versa. But rather than just being a cordial human being, they'd rather just be like, I'm going to just treat you subpar because I want a date or I want a free meal or I want some sex or whatever it is.
Yeah, but I'd argue that you don't value yourself. Like, if you don't see the value in yourself, how am I supposed to?
But
like,
if you're giving them a chance, unless they know
saying,
they're low-lusted people.
If you're doing what I think I would consider the basics, like if I know you can cook for me, I know that you'll clean my laundry, I know that you'll, leave me notes or whatever for my lunch, you'll pack my lunch. Well, damn, I guess I wouldn't know that if we just started dating.
Yeah, you wouldn't, because we've been trained as women to not overgive.
But see,
like the milk.
That's the thing, though. Like, it's intense. Like, that other reel we were watching where the guy was like, if we're at a restaurant and then you see the price and you're like, oh wait, how much is that? No, never mind. Like, I see that you're gonna save me money. So if I can see some genuine qualities in you that I don't have to actually tell you this is what I like, then I would show interest. And I think that's hard to do, I guess, from a woman's perspective, to show men that you care about them without asking for money, I guess. So I guess that's kind of getting convoluted.
I mean, from a human perspective, I feel like if she's the type of person that gives people tries, like chances, because who knows how many dates on average she's going on with this particular person or her friends going on with this particular person for her to have this opinion. They just want to know, like, why does men don't care anymore? It's like, are you just falling too fast? So you're extending that, oh, I like them, but they haven't said they liked you yet. So when they curve you, it's like, what the hell? When it's like they weren't checking for you and you didn't read it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Is it that? Because
at that point, you're the problem. Still.
Yeah.
You're still the problem at that point.
How? Because you tried?
Because you couldn't read the signs.
But some people know how to act, though.
But some people don't.
But a lot of people do. Like, the rule of thumb is like, I think it was 90 days at one point, maybe now it's 60. Just the whole, like, talk to them for 60 days straight, because whatever charade they keep up in the beginning, they'll start to lose it. It'll start to crumble after like 30, 60 days.
Okay.
So
then at that point, your advice would be don't get too attached. And
I
may get too attached, and then
that's a possibility.
End up in the same boat.
But ultimately, I do feel like people in general just stop caring for other people in so many ways, and I think spilling over into dating, it's the same thing. If I don't like you, if you're not going to be able to give me something that I want, then you might as well just not be in my space. It's kind of where we are as a society, I feel like, right now. So it's like, if I don't like you, even treat you like a woman or treat you like another person, if I don't like you, get away from me. Kind of, That's all I can imagine. I don't have to worry about it.